Once upon a time in the swinging 60s, a band of tennis troubadours, including the likes of Jack Kramer and Pancho Gonzalez, packed their rackets, a portable canvas court, and dreams as big as their backhands into a station wagon, and set off on a road trip to change the game forever. They weren't just playing tennis, they were setting the stage for a future spectacle. Enter Butch Buchholz, a tennis wizard with an elbow as cranky as a morning without coffee, who dreamed of a tennis tournament that would dazzle like the stars under the Miami sultry skies. Fast forward to 1980, Buchholz, wielding his charm and a killer backhand negotiation technique, convinced the Lipton Company to fork over a cool $1.5 million a year for a grand tennis fiesta. Voila! The Winter Wimbledon was born. Not just as a tournament, but as the hottest ticket in town, with the Australian Open eating its dust in the rearview mirror. But Buchholz wasn't done. He brought the creme de la creme to the party. Alan Mills, the Wimbledon referee who knew a thing or two about keeping scores and egos in check. And Ted Tinling, the tennis fashion guru who made sure the players looked as sharp as their serves. Prize money, television rights, and a piece of the ticket sales pie were dangled like carrots, and the world bit. Not without a chorus of naysayers, though, including Bud Collins, who wondered if tennis really needed another glitzy bash. Buchholz begged to differ. On February 4th, 1985, the dream became a reality. The International Players' Championships kicked off, with Manuela Maliva striking the first ball and setting the stage for what would become a tennis revolution. ESPN and ABC were broadcasting, the world was watching, and the stars of tennis descended on Miami like frogs on a lily pad. Tim Mayotte and Martina Navratilova clinched the first titles, and the prize money ballooned, only outmatched by Wimbledon and the US Open. Yet the dream needed a new home, and after a flirtation with Boca, Miami beckoned with open arms and tropical breezes. The tennis center at Crandon Park became the promised land, complete with a postcard-perfect setting and parking galore. Despite hurricanes and storms throwing tantrums like a defeated player smashing a racket, Buchholz's dream refused to buckle. A $20 million stadium rose like a phoenix, cementing the tournament's status as a beacon for the best in the world. From public wart to crown jewel, the Miami Open soared, smashing attendance records and becoming a festival of tennis, art, food, and music that drew fans by the hundreds of thousands. Then came the grand move to Hard Rock Stadium, transforming the tournament into an even grander spectacle, with record crowds and a festival vibe that made tennis the hottest ticket in town. Champions were crowned, records were broken, and the Miami Open, presented by Itaú, became not just a tournament, but a celebration of everything that makes tennis and Miami magical. The saga didn't stop there. It only got bigger and bolder. The upgrade to Hard Rock Stadium had fans and players alike serving up superlatives. This wasn't just a change of venue. It was a game changer, transforming the tournament into a pulsating heart for tennis, art, and entertainment, all set against the backdrop of Miami's vibrant culture. Stephen Ross and IMG, the masterminds behind this audacious move, didn't just build a stadium. They built a temple to tennis that even the gods of the game couldn't have envisioned in their wildest dreams. With fan experiences so lush, you'd think you were at a luxury resort, the tournament was no longer just about forehands and backhands. It was about capturing the essence of Miami itself. Dynamic, diverse, and downright delightful. Former world number 4 James Blake was named as tournament director of the Miami Open in January 2018. Blake knows the importance of the Miami Open to American tennis. While the tournament is very valuable to any player who would like to improve their world ranking, it's especially crucial for Americans. As if by magic, the 2019 tournament shattered every conceivable attendance record, with nearly 390,000 aficionados flocking to witness the spectacle, outdoing its predecessor by an astonishing 60,000 visitors. It was clear the Miami Open wasn't just back. It was reborn, bigger, better, and more breathtaking than ever. The Miami Open has become one of the biggest events on the tennis calendar. Held the week after Indian Wells, it helps ring in the heart of tennis season. And like Indian Wells, it's one of just 9 events that offer up to 1,000 ranking points to the winner. Aside from the Grand Slams and the year-end finals, ATP Masters 1000 and WTA 1000 events are the most important tournaments and attract large 96-player fields. The grounds rival those of the US Open in Flushing, Queens, New York, and are perhaps even bigger. It's easy to get lost with the number of lawns, food areas, and actual tennis courts. It has been so much fun in recent years to watch the likes of Roger Federer, Sloane Stephens, and John Isner hoist the trophy. In that joy, it's easy to forget the Miami Open wasn't always the spectacle it is today. In fact, it was known as the Sony Open up until 2014, when Itaú, a large Latin American bank, stepped in to become the presenting sponsor and changed the name. Serena Williams has won the most times with 8, while Andre Agassi and Novak Djokovic are both 6-time champions. Fast forward to 2023, and the Miami Open continued to serve up surprises, like an underhand serve on match point. New champions emerged, attendance records tumbled, and the tournament introduced a concert series that had everyone from die-hard fans to casual onlookers buzzing with excitement. The festival atmosphere was electric, blending the thrill of world-class tennis with the best Miami had to offer in art, food, and music, creating an unparalleled entertainment experience. On the courts in 2023, winners unfolded as Daniil Medvedev and Petra Kvitova carved their names into the Miami Open lore, each battling through the draw to lift their respective trophies under the Florida sun. Medvedev defeated Yannick Sinner 7-5, 6-3 in the men's singles final and will return to defend his title this year. Kvitova beat Elena Rybakina 7-6, 16-14 in the first set tiebreaker, 6-2 in the second, to win the women's title, but will not return this March as she is currently pregnant with her first child. Meanwhile, the doubles arena saw dynamic duels Coco Gauff and Jessica Pegula and Santiago Gonzalez and Edouard Roger Vassilin etch their victories into the hard courts, proving that teamwork in tennis can be just as exhilarating as the solo battles. This year, the Miami Open is scheduled to be held from March 17, 2024 to March 31, 2024. The dream that began in the 60s with a station wagon full of hopefuls has become a global extravaganza, proving that in tennis as in life, dreams do come true, especially in Miami.